but it's back. 16 rolls on.
Holy cow, it is the middle of the week here. It is Hump Day. Hump Day. Hey, everybody. Zack Owen Show live at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. It is Wednesday. Whew. We got a lot of rain yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of rain. I saw you mentioned this about the tsunami over in Japan.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of rain and flooding over there.
No. He was talking about the whole Jelly Roll body slam and that whole tsunami.
We talked about that too.
From the loose skin.
Woo! We did talk about the body slam from Jelly Roll. Whew, man. Yesterday was a crazy day. Jessica took a day off just to do nothing and relax.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
So we're going to put her back to work today. She's here. Kevin's here. Another local guest we've got here for you from Baylor University. And also we got more live music. Tommy Moore is going to be here in the 9 o'clock hour to play some great tunes. Whew. What else today? Wednesday, Zactoid. The Zactoid is today. So busy show. Let's get it cranked up right now with our national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Am I on? Kevin's in a different position, giving me a different finger than the normal finger that he gives me.
You must have offended him this morning.
We're over talking, and we're just chit-chatting and, whatever. Chris Becker is here from Baylor University. Let's give it up for Chris, everybody.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you to our studio audience.
Big studio audience, which they'll all get a party gift as they're leaving this morning. Anyway, we're live at the Backyard. Chris is here from Baylor University, and we're going to talk about what exactly he does. Now, this is what I think.
Okay.
He actually grinds up the meat they feed to the bear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
First question is this. I think I know the answer, but does Baylor still have a live bear mascot?
Yes. Yeah, we've still got
Really?
a really nice enclosure out there. We've got waterfalls and all kinds of cool stuff.
I thought it was no. I thought they had done away with the live bear.
Well, I don't believe that it comes to
the games.
Right. Doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
It just relaxes and has a good time.
What a great life. It's kind of like those turkeys that get pardoned by the president each year, and they go to live on this turkey retirement farm and all that. What a deal. So there really is a live Baylor bear. Do you know the name of the bear? This is probably a question that could get you fired.
I plead the fifth just in case I get it wrong. We're gonna.
Kevin, do you have any clue? The name of the Baylor
I
Bear
do not
mascot.
know. I think there are actually 2 in the enclosure. So
Really?
because bears
How do you
aren't.
know this? Do you go hang out there?
I've
or-
been over there a couple times, and they have some signage, and I
Yeah.
read things. So because I don't believe that bears are best suited in solitude.
They
So
need to have
they
a
need-
companion.
Yeah.
I think that's life in general. We
Yeah.
all need a companion.
Right. Yeah. Mostly.
Yeah. One that had been there for a long time and passed on not too long ago. I think
Oh,
that
really?
was a lady, I believe. Yeah. So there's
Jessica,
a
did you look it up?
blood-
So
By
you want me to
chance?
educate you?
I would love it.
Okay. Baylor University's live bear mascots are named Indy and Belle.
That's right.
They reside at the Bill and Eva Williams Bear Habitat. The university's costumed bears are named Bruiser and Marigold.
I knew that one. Yeah.
You know, that would be a great topic. How did they come up with those names? How did they come up with Bruiser and Marigold? I'm sure there's a long tradition that goes back to. And the name, what was the name of the real bears?
Indy and Belle.
So how'd they come up
I
with
should
that?
have known the indie one. Like,
See, you should have known that.
I did know it, as soon as she said
See,
it.
look at
it-
his shirt, Chris.
As soon as
Cold.
soon as she said it, it went from the recesses into the frontal lobe. I was like,
Boom.
oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got that down. We've learned something new. Remember what we say, the Zack Owen Show is not only hilarious,
Yeah.
but it's also educational.
Enlightening.
Chris, tell us exactly. Now, you may recognize Chris. Before we go any further, Chris was one of our musicians a few weeks ago with his wife. She played the flute, as we call it, a flautist.
Well, she's a flautist. Yeah.
Oh, she's a flautist.
We call it a
She's
flute
not a flute.
still.
She plays a flute, but she's a flautist. And they played some great songs. And then his wife came back and was on. She's a psychologist.
Yep.
So we said, this is a perfect opportunity. This is the first husband and wife that each have been on the show as a guest and together as musicians.
And the first flautist.
Exactly, the first flautist.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe, now you may correct me on this, I think you're the first person from Baylor to be on the show as a guest.
We did have our Baylor Sports Week, so we
Yeah.
had some assistant
By
coach with
phone,
former.
wasn't it?
No, we had an assistant, Ian Guerrero. But yes, this is our first educational Baylor
Person
guest,
from
yes.
Baylor University. So we started with the best.
Of course.
Chris, tell us what department that you and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm in the Department of Sciences and Facilities, and the reason I don't know anything about the bears is because I spend most of my time in labs. Actually, so
We should have asked him what they call the Bunsen burner. You know, they have names or whatever. I don't know.
yeah, so I'm the department head there, and we have a bunch of different what they call core facilities where they use shared instrumentation that's too big for maybe one lab or too expensive to support. So we have research staff that helps researchers get their research done, basically.
Aha. And how long have you been with Baylor University?
I've been there as an employee since 2008.
Wow, that's a long time.
A little while, yeah.
I
Started
think
as
you've seen a
research
few
scientist.
changes
That 20-year mark is going to sneak up on you.
Yeah, it's coming.
coming fast.
Too fast.
That's right. You know, it's amazing for a guy that just turned 22.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Still in diapers doing that research.
Now, that may sound like a really tough job, Kevin, working as what he does and oversees a department for almost 20 years at Baylor.
Yeah.
But we also found out this morning, before we went on, that he has 12-year-old twins, one boy, one girl,
Wow.
that he
No,
has
thank
to
you.
ramrod around.
No, thank you.
Yeah, they're mortal enemies as well. So
Oh, yeah, they're at that age.
Okay, now by now, they're at school probably, or close to
Yes.
it.
Yes,
So
Julie
they're
dropped
not
them off.
watching or listening.
no.
Which one is your favorite? Come on. Tell us, which one's your favorite?
I just see them as one child unit that are both, because they've got YouTube, they can see the real.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Which one is
Child units.
the biggest handful?
Depends on which time of the day.
Oh.
So, but most times of the day, that would be my son.
Yeah.
He runs all over the place trying to antagonize as many people in the world as he can, and having a good time doing it. So
Which one thinks they're actually older than they really are?
my daughter knows she's the oldest because she came out 1 minute first, and
Wow.
so she's
There you
got the
go.
maturity to go along with it. Very, very.
Plus,
mature
women are
for
more
her age.
mature, females. So, there you go. Well, that's great. Who do they favor, you or your wife more?
It's almost like they're polar opposites. If you look at them, my daughter favors me a little bit more, and my son favors her a little bit more. And probably thought processes work sort of the same way too. We gravitate towards the same sort of things.
Right. You being in education, university, your wife is a psychologist, you're musicians. Have you noticed anything yet from the kids, even though they're only 12? Do they show interest in music?
Yeah. So my son's been playing drums for the group that we were up here at for the last 2 years now, actually. So he's pretty decent at it.
That's
Actually
great.
really good. And then my daughter's been playing piano and flute at their school band. So they're both very, very musically inclined. I mean, it's been in our living room since they were, 1 year old.
Yeah. Well, tell us about you, Chris, where you're from originally and how you ended up in Waco.
Yeah, so originally I'm from Miami, Florida. We were born there and grew up for the first 6 or 7 years of my life there.
Wow.
My dad just had this hankering to become a pastor because that was going to be a good life, I'm sure he thought. And so we moved to Georgia and then up and down the East Coast, kind of looking for the perfect church, the perfect place.
Yeah.
After he went to seminary. And so I got to experience kind of a lot like you would if you were a military kid almost, just moving around
right.
from place to place. So it was a good time. And so all the East Coast is sort of what I claim as home, though. Somewhere between Florida and Macon, Georgia is probably where I identify with the most. And Macon's really cool, too. It's got some of the same architecture as Baylor University does in
Really?
Mercer University. Yeah, the very same person built and designed the
Really?
quads. Yeah, it's really
Interesting.
neat.
And so, how did you end up here at the backyard and in Waco, Texas?
Well, so I was double majoring back in the day as a musician and a scientist.
Okay.
And I was trying to figure out which way to go. Had been going through the Nashville stuff and some of the local, had a nice following there in Macon. But there was all this cool stuff going on out here in the central Texas area. So we had the Austin, Dallas, and Waco sort of circuit, then out to Shreveport. And so I said, hey, I could go be a musician out there and kind of be more unique. They've got the grassroots stuff coming up. And how do we pay for it? Let's be a researcher and
Yeah.
do science.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that was
And here you
essentially,
are.
yeah, how we came out here. I had a friend that worked at Mercer that was a professor there, came and started working at Baylor as a professor.
Right.
And offered to have a spot in his lab as a researcher and lab coordinator, and been doing
Wow.
that pretty much ever since.
Your wife, did y'all meet in Waco or before Waco?
We met in Waco during graduate school. Yeah, she was actually working in the Student Life Center right across from the Baylor Science Building.
And guys, the first time they walked out into the hallway, made eye contact, it was love at first sight.
That's right. That's right. Thanks again.
Who made the first move in the relationship?
That would have been me.
Yeah.
You got
You got real bold and asked her out. Where was the first date?
First date was on the border.
Wow!
Actually. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Boy, we did a lot of stuff back in the day at On the Border, which, by the way, I want to point out to our audience, because I've always been an On the Border fan, but I will say this, the last few years, the quality has gone down a hair, okay? And I know this and that, but anyway, they have been, I don't know if they've been bought out or management has taken over by the Papacita chain. Papacitas, Papados, the Papas family has taken over running On the Border, all of them. And so the menu has changed, the service, the chips, everything is pretty much changed for the better. I went in there the other day. It was fast, it was hot, it was good, service was great. So maybe
Nice.
it's
We'll
time to
try
go
that
back
again.
for that date to On the Border.
As soon as we pawn those kids off on somebody, we'll do it.
What's your anniversary?
June 21st.
It's coming up.
Yep.
On the Border, June 21st.
There we go. It's going to be
That's-
epic.
I'll tell her you recommended it.
I think so.
It's gonna be
and
epic.
if it was me, I would get a mariachi band to play for you.
Right. Something we're still
that is
looking for
romantic.
on our show.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're still looking for a mariachi band to come on our show. But they could do the happy anniversary, la 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 la.
Hey.
Hey. You could wear a sombrero.
Could you host it at On the Border on the 21st?
Sure, we can line that up. Yeah.
Does
we
that
can do it.
sombrero come with like the chips and the dip inside?
Inside of
yeah.
it, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's great.
And I told you back when we were looking at setting up the wedding for Andrea's oldest daughter, Sarah, we were looking at unique things. And the hot thing, and that's been a while back, the hot thing was the little donkeys, the little burros with the saddles and had shot glasses and tequila and all the stuff, and they'd walk the burro around and you just grab it and do a shot. And
But that could be a stinky situation from time to time.
yeah, it could be. You know how stubborn those donkeys and burros can be.
That's why they call them beep.
Anyway, all right, Chris Becker, Baylor University. He's a scientist, and I've got a question to ask him coming up.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
put his brain to work here and figure
It's
this
too
out.
early for that, Zach.
Here's the deal. He's smarter than me, so he may have the answer and make me look stupid. kind of like Kevin does every Monday. We have
Although our guests got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did Monday.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you, what was it? I guess it was Monday with the shorter of the two women.
Yeah.
I walked outside to leave after the 9 o'clock hour, and they're in the parking lot still talking about the fact that she said poop. And laughing, and she was like, I can't believe I said that of all the things. I'm like, it's okay.
We have these two young ladies on, Chris, and they're talking about they're into wellness, stretching,
Health and wellness and eating
total
clean.
wellness. And the question was, what one thing would you not tell everybody
Should you never eat?
that you should never eat? And I'm thinking, we're thinking Velveeta cheese, and she goes, poop. We go, poop? I don't think you'd eat poop anyway.
Well,
Thank you for stating the obvious.
my son, when he was,
Little.
had some ideas about that.
Lots of nutrition. Oh my gosh. Anyway, hey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a commercial break and stop talking about poop. And we'll come back. Jessica has country music news, and we'll follow up with what we celebrate on this day today, Wednesday, Hump Day, as we're live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
Great products start with quality materials and trusted service, and no one's more committed than Universal Windows Direct of Central Texas. With windows built to last, backed by the best lifetime warranty. 0% financing is available with your good credit. Call Universal Windows Direct of Central Texas today for the last windows you'll ever need.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
All right, it's Wednesday. We're live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. Chris Becker from Baylor University is here. We call him Chris the Science Guy.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I
there
just
you
came up with
go.
that.
Fantastic.
Jessica is here, and she's going to talk about what's going on in country music news brought to you by Stroud Security.
Well, so it has been announced that Shania Twain will host the 61st annual ACM Awards that will air live from Las Vegas on May 17th.
Woo.
All right.
So I don't know that she's hosted an awards show before. Not that I remember.
Not that I can remember. And here's what's kind of crazy about that. When was the last time Shania had a hit song? I mean, she's been in the news.
Well, she got divorced
Yeah.
from that Mutt dude who has a name named Mutt. But anyway.
Yeah, you're not talking derogatory about him.
No, his
that
name
was
is
his
Mutt.
nickname. Yeah.
And then it's like she had major vocal cord issues. And then, like, I know a lot of times people said she just doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, and I heard people say from a concert that she was acting weird on stage, and this stuff she was wearing was. I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they
So,
asked her to.
you know,
well,
that'll-
hey, it could be the best thing since sliced bread. You
That'll
never
be the
know.
buzz of the critics, either really good or really bad.
Or maybe
But
they had a really tight budget and she works cheap.
there you go.
Kind of like me, Kevin, and Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we do that. So country music is mourning the loss of another legend. Guitarist Wayne Moss passed away at 88 years old Monday. Moss founded the Cinderella Sound recording studio. The studio was the oldest independent recording studio in Nashville. Studio hosted artists like the Steve Miller Band, Linda Ronstadt, Grand Funk Railroad, and Tracy Nelson.
Some of my favorites from the past.
Riley Green has experienced an amazing first recently, and no, Zach, it's not what you think. Recently, he's had his first sold-out stadium show at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville.
Oh, and that's a pretty big arena, too.
So, congratulations to Riley Green.
Yeah.
And that's what's
I
going
like
on.
Riley Green.
That's what's going on in country music news.
Brought to you by Stroud Security. Chris, are you a country music fan at all?
I am, yeah.
Who would you
I'm horrible
say-
with names and
Who
modern
would
stuff.
you say it would be a go-to country person that you will listen to, that you can enjoy? Do you like the more traditional George Strait type stuff?
Yeah, Willie Nelson, the outlaw country is
Ooh,
stuff.
Chris is going outlaw country on us. Waylon, Willie,
Nice.
there you go.
little
We
Ronnie
knew we
Millsap
liked you.
as
Oh,
well.
I love Ronnie Millsap.
Some of the best.
Yesterday, we had Ben on the show, Rendeck, and Ben is an older gentleman, still kicking it hard, and he's the kind of guy that you could throw any song at him and he'll know it, he'll play it. And yesterday we talked about, what were we talking about? London. Oh, my trip. Trip 47 of the Zack and Jim Travel Club. And he goes, the last song or the whatever, he goes, you know what? Let's just do this one since you mentioned London. And he sang London Homesick Blues. And he did a great job. Classic song. Love that.
It's good stuff.
What do you prefer? What kind of music do you listen to when you get a chance?
You know, I like things that make you think a little bit just because I've been involved in music for so long, writing music. And so the things that really sort of speak to me are Chris Thiele and Jack White, the way they compose and approach musical composition differently. And Thiele, of course, had a lot of bluegrass stuff and roots in his
Sure.
Punch Brothers band. So really good stuff that is different, but it still identifies with the core of kind of rock and roll and country. So, it's neat.
Well, let's talk about Baylor and what I was going to bring up. Being a scientist, what is this crazy news going around the last few weeks? Y'all aren't jumping in there because this is big news. The 11 or 12 scientists,
Oh yeah, like the nuclear scientists.
they're
and,
every
yeah,
kind,
they're just,
nuclear,
like,
the
gone.
whole thing, or as George Bush would say, he'd say nuclear or whatever he says.
They're either missing or
they've
dead.
either disappeared or died suddenly. And
Unexplained.
finally, the media was making a big deal out of this. Nobody was talking about it. And President Trump, I believe over the weekend,
Now all of a
said,
sudden the Justice Department is interested.
we're going to get what's going on. And I'm thinking they should be knowing this right off the bat. Have you heard about this?
Everybody I know is safe. That's about all I know.
Everybody you know say.
So far, so good.
I mean, there's got to be. it's just a coincidence. I don't know.
Coincidence?
I don't know what's going on. I'm sure
I don't think it's a coinky-dink. I think it's some kind of a
conspiracy theory thing.
But when everybody works for the government and some kind of like nuclear weapon or high technology,
But why would you want to get rid
science-
of them? If they're good, you'd keep them.
But not if you're Chinese or Russian.
They know too much.
They know too much.
You
They
wanna-
could be spies all along.
Could be, but but if you think about it, the Chinese and the Russians don't want us to have things that they
Sure,
don't
sure.
have. So I mean, let's
You know
just
what?
start
You know what
knocking them
scares?
off.
You know what scares me, boys and girls, is this. Serious.
Twinkies.
And I had somebody else post this or
Those
say
things
this
are
on the
still
news.
fresh after 20
That scares
years.
me. You know, and maybe I'm drawing the wrong picture, and I don't know, Chris, why I'm bringing this up, because we're talking about the government and whatever. We're in the middle of a war with Iran. And a while back, President Trump did a ceasefire. One day we say, they want peace, they're going to sign, they're going to be, and then the next day they say, no, we don't want peace, let's keep it. It's back and forth, back. You don't know what the truth is, you don't know what's going on, yada, yada, yada. But here's what scares me. And it's true, I'm not making this up. Do you know that we have used, the United States of America has used nearly 45% of its entire missile amount, what we have to defend our country on this war? Gone. And they said it could take 2 to 3 years to replenish. Okay? Don't you know China and Russia over there going, if they wipe out their
Yep.
stuff this quick against... And one of the biggest problems is this. Iran is throwing these cheap drones, okay? Well, we're wasting millions of dollars of a missile, one missile, to shoot down this $500 drone or whatever. So our country is in the process, you may working on this laser technology to shoot, and it doesn't blow them up. It short circuits the...
Probably blinds their sensors, maybe. I'm
blinds it
not sure.
and just quits working and falls to the ground. But I'm just scared of that. If we've already used 45% of our total missile capacity, that scares me.
Is it going to be like the World War where all the wives went to work and well, I guess that's been kind of every war, Civil War, we're making
Are you talking about?
musket
Are you
balls
talking about
and-
divorces? Your wives go to work, they come home, and you divorce
like,
them.
It was like the
That's
wives and we're making, like they were in the factories making the bombs and the this and the
Oh, yeah,
that
that was
and
during
the other.
World War
while
II.
the-
Too.
Sure.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the time where Orville Wells got on live radio and read the War of the Worlds, and
War
then
of the
people
Worlds.
would tune in
People
late, and they
truly-
thought it was actually happening. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
that's an incredible
Some people
story.
committed suicide and stuff because of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy. I don't know how we got off on this.
Well, there we
morning.
go.
For a minute, Jessica, I thought you were talking about Stepford wives when you were talking about women go to work.
I thought you were going to
As
full circle and say that's where all the missing scientists were.
That's true.
building bombs.
As we
making
talk
bombs.
about,
Yeah, the squirrels just hollered and we followed.
Well, and I mean, this is true. You can fact check it all. The other day, the president said he's in talks with GM and Ford to go start producing weapons. That tells you right there they can't keep up. Just like back in World War II, they asked Chrysler and whatever to produce weapons.
I think those same factories are still running. I think that's where the Broncos are made.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So anyway, we just got to stay up
the
on
Zack Owen show is not like the Seinfeld show about nothing. It is a show about everything.
Everything.
it. There it is. What more can I say?
Right.
Drop the mic. But we would, but we don't hold them. All right, here we go. Here's what Chris, we celebrate today, other than having you on the show. And we're going to talk about, get into particulars of some of the things you guys are researching right now. But today is Wednesday, April 22nd. The month of April is flying by. Today Earth Day.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you have a little
Go plant a
history?
tree.
It's not that long ago that we started Earth Day, not like 50, 60, 70 years
Let's
ago.
see.
When did Earth Day begin? And why do we have Earth Day? This is a good one. Do you know the answer, Chris?
I do, but I'll let
Oh,
them
wait,
Google it.
wait. He
I'll let
knows
them
the
Google
answer.
it.
Oh, he knows the
we
answer.
have
Yes.
We have an expert in our presence.
I know the second half, why we have it, because the earth is important, right?
Okay,
And
okay.
the
Tell us-
resources and
Okay.
making sure what we have can keep going and that we don't just burn it out, right?
Yeah. It was started in 1970, marking the birth of the modern environment movement. It was founded by U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson as an environmental teaching tool. The inaugural event saw 20 million Americans demonstrate against industrial pollution, leading to
degradation.
the creation of the EPA and landmark environmental laws.
So 56 years old, Earth Day. I was thinking it was more like 30, 40
And so
years.
I think Saturday at the farmer's market, they will be giving out trees, like the little, just the little bitty, I guess.
Like a
bud.
bonsai tree?
Like the little bitty buds. Like you'd have to put it in a pot for a while.
Grow a tree.
But yeah, it'd be grow a tree. So like
They're giving out buds. What?
the Waco something.
That's
one of
not
the
legal anymore.
associations
I don't
will
think
be,
that's legal.
We'll be handing out trees at the farmer's market.
All right, Earth Day today. Today is National Jelly Bean Day.
Oh, I
I'm
thought you
not
were gonna say
I'm
jelly
not a
roll.
big jelly bean fan. Are y'all?
I am not.
I love
no.
jelly beans.
You do?
Yeah.
What color?
The black ones are the best, of course, licorice.
Really?
But all colors are good. Yeah.
Kevin?
I know.
No.
Nope.
What
No.
what president of the United States loved jelly beans and had jars of them in the Oval Office?
Is that Coolidge?
I'm going to go with Richard Nixon.
Nope.
I believe it was Ronald Reagan.
It was.
Oh, okay.
Was famous for his love of jelly beans, particularly the Jelly Belly brand.
Jelly Belly, yeah, that's the
licorice-
best.
Licorice flavor.
That's a good
He
flavor.
began eating
See?
them in 1966 to quit smoking a pipe, and a habit continued into his presidency, and he kept them in the Oval Office at Air Force One.
Boom.
Wow.
See, this brand still, I can
There
still
you go.
catch it. Today-
3.5 tons of them
Yeah,
were served at his 1981 inauguration.
interesting.
Ugh.
Today is National Administrative Professional Day, or in the old days we call them our secretaries.
Can't say that anymore.
You cannot say that, but I just said it.
Shame on you.
National Administrative Professional Day.
Yes. It's a mouthful.
So many businesses, so many CEOs, bosses could not get by.
I need one. I need an administrative professional.
Like, can we just
To help you fall through the ceiling again?
make sure she
that would
doesn't?
be a technician.
How many businesses would not be able to run without them? Let's
Oh,
give
that's
it up.
what I was saying.
They,
Yeah,
they
they're
are
the backbone.
They are the stars of the show,
And most of the time underpaid.
and very thankless in what they do. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a secretary, administrative that helps you?
Well, we have in our, I don't personally, we have in our office a building manager,
Right.
and then also a scheduling and office associate or manager.
Yeah.
I technically probably qualify as an administrative associate myself these days because we have a lot of paperwork and
Well, today we
administrative
salute you
research to do.
today.
Hats off to you today.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm intended as the.
National Girl Scout Leader Day. Now, I remember as a young boy,
Being a
I
Girl
was
Scout?
a Cub Scout, and our lady was a den mother. That's what they called them, den mothers. And when I was a Cub Scout, what do they call Girl Scout leaders? Is there a name for them?
Is it?
Are they the ones that bake all the cookies?
Girl Scout cookies, yeah.
Like
The den mother
the
are
den mother,
yeah.
yeah.
They sit in their kitchens
all
making
the
cookies.
thin mints, and yeah, we have everything.
Sure they do.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sure they do.
Girl Scout leaders.
That's just it.
Oh,
Girl
wow.
Scout leader.
Yeah. That's a high.
Maybe back in the old days, they had a den mother.
Right. Mother bear.
Mother bear. National Girl Scout Leader Day. We salute you there. Today is National Stop Food Waste Day. And I say that all the time. We waste so much food
We
in
do.
America. Oh my gosh.
And you know what's sad is like in schools, because they have to be healthy and all their food tastes like crap. It's
Why
like
don't you just
cardboard.
be honest with us and tell us?
Well, it's terrible. Like they can't. Like it's awful. The stuff they feed our kids in school, they don't eat it. Like everything they make every morning, I guarantee you those kids chunk in the trash because it has no flavor. It is.
You will be joining Jessica this coming Monday as she protests at the nearby school.
Terrible.
Well, so
yes.
I went on a missions trip to the Bahamas. I know, roughing it for Jesus.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, we were on the other side of the Bahamas.
Oh, the
And
other side.
But getting food there is expensive, right, to get it to the island. And so we would have to purchase everything there. And we were cooking for like 100 eighth graders, right?
Right.
So a lot of food. And they had a farm associated with where we were. And so there was no waste associated with it. So everything that they didn't eat, the kids didn't eat, went into a bucket that eventually made it to its way over to the pigs.
Sure.
Because you use everything
Sure.
on the island, so there was
yeah.
no waste.
Well, I've told you, my dad ran 2 Underwoods restaurants in the Fort Worth area, and they had the big 55-gallon oil drums, whatever, cleaned, and everything but coffee grounds, and there was one other thing you couldn't put in there. And it all went into these, and there was a man that came around, and they went to the pig farm. And the pigs ate every leftover.
Yep.
So we tried to, not throw anything in the trash can back then. I know that you were talking about lunch. When I went to elementary school, I loved some of the best homemade rolls and
Yes.
chocolate cake.
Don't do it now.
Whew. Do you remember
You'll be eating
elementary
cardboard.
school, and was your food okay, or
It was okay.
yeah?
That's it, though.
Did you ever carry your lunch?
Yeah, we had the soggy mayonnaise-soaked slab of ham on some bread. It was delicious.
That's right. And had a tomato, and the tomato ran, and through the bread, you'd pick it up and it'd fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
All right, today is National Stop Food Waste Day. It promotes reducing food waste and improving sustainability. Organizations educate on responsible consumption. There you go. I remember as a child, too, at home, my mother would say, you need to clean your plate because of all those little kids in Africa don't have the food.
Right.
Just like every meal, she would say
Well,
that.
My thing is, what you don't eat today, you'll eat tomorrow.
Yeah, that's much more useful because, the kids in Africa, doesn't matter if you eat it or not. They're
Yeah.
not getting it, and
Yeah.
they don't care if you eat it either.
That's right. You're right. Hey, we're talking with Chris from over at Baylor. You've been there 18 years?
Yep.
In 18 years, what are some of the things you've researched in the past? Some of the things that you have done?
I used to do a lot of water contamination research. That was
Yeah.
when I was there as a research scientist. When my kids were born, that was when I transitioned over to being more of the research administration side.
Right.
And so it's really hard to say anything specific because we see a really broad scope of how many different types of research are going on. One of the most recent things I've been working on is a grant we got from NSF for healing recovery. Which is cool that it's Earth Day today. I didn't even know that, but it's one of the natural resources that's very important both to medicine, that type of research, but also personal care because MRIs operate off of it, the superconducting industry operates off of it. Right. And we're running out. It's a non-renewable resource.
Really?
And so we got funded to create and install a helium recovery system for all of our NMRs, which have about 1,000 liters of liquid helium a year that they need to maintain.
Really?
Yeah, and so we're going from purchasing that much to hopefully only purchasing about 100 to 150.
Yeah.
Now that we just got it installed, we've recovered about 40 liters already. So
How
it's
long
really
have you
cool.
been researching that particular project?
That was funded a year ago, basically.
Okay.
So it was with me and our NMR director there, Shushu.
You were talking about water and clean water, stuff like that. Water. Was that during? You remember back several years ago, we were in the midst with the cows, the milk cows upstream,
the waste
and
or
the
whatever.
waste would run down into the
Yeah.
river and the
Yeah,
lake.
so I was on that project actually.
Oh, were
working
you?
with the
Okay,
Syngenta
that's-
company. Yeah, we were analyzing the runoff of all of the fertilizer that they applied and whether or not the microbiota.
There's the
got
word
back to
poop
case.
just
I was
came
gonna
up
say
again.
we just
go.
got back
We
to
had to bring
poop.
poop in, so it's exactly right.
What did honestly? I mean, I remember that was big news, and they fixed it, or it's better. How do you fix that?
I don't know that they so much fixed it, but what we did was we modeled the average type of rain we got and looked at, okay, what do runoff events look like by measuring real concentrations in the water? And then we looked at everything else that lives in the water and says, is it being impacted by this amount? Because, you know, what they used to say back in the 80s was dilution is the solution to pollution, right? It's not. But it does matter. If it's something concentrated, you can kill everything. But if it's very dilute, it doesn't hurt, right? That's why they have those maximum amounts. And so what we found was there was minor impacts from the runoff, but it was very quickly established a baseline at the lowest level of microorganisms, and everything else was not affected. And so research helping to say, yes, this was safe.
Did you understand anything he just said?
Yes, I did.
Okay, gotcha.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I'm smart.
There you go.
How? Now, I'm going to be real serious again because that was serious, and we don't get very serious. But tell me, in your opinion, how important is research to our country?
It's the most important thing. I mean, it's what keeps us competitive with foreign nations in terms of military production, economy. All of that is focused around. Everybody thinks of research as STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but there's socioeconomic research that goes on. There is humanities research. There is art research. All of that comes together for our understanding of how to move forward as a society, form models and ideas. It's really way bigger than just the stuff that people get upset about sometimes is, oh, product testing. That's such a small portion of
Right.
what matters.
Well, for many years, Jim and I and the staff supported St. Jude Hospital, Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, raised millions of dollars for them. And we had a chance each year, if not each year, every other year, to go tour the hospital, visit with the kids and so forth. And what we tried to get across, you know, we've got great hospitals here, and we got great ones in Texas. So why would you want to donate money? But after touring, it was so much more than a hospital.
Yeah.
All the research that was not just cancer, sickle cell anemia, you know, so many other things, trying to find a cure. And so research is so important, very important. Plus, Chris needs a job.
I do. So I've got
He's got
music.
those twins
I've got
to
music,
feed.
you know.
Got music to fall back to. Does your wife ever look at you and try to tell you, you know, she's a psychologist, Jessica.
I know.
Does
She was
try to
analyzing
ever
you
really
big time
figure
when she
you
was
out
here.
or talk to you about?
I mean, she'll try, but I think she gave up a while ago.
She's like, this is non-productive nonsense.
But if anybody can, it'll be her. I mean, she's brilliant.
I've often, and I meant to ask her this when she was here, psychologists are always listening and working, you know, with, who's her psychologist? Is it you?
I wish it could be, but I don't think it works that way. But no, I'm sure if she ever needs to, she'll go see, you know, somebody else in her field that's a colleague, same way we would consult with a scientist or you talk to another radio person, right?
All right, Scott. I said Scott. I don't know, where'd I get Scott?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
How'd that just pop in my head?
Toilet paper.
That's it. I got it. Chris Becker from Baylor University, research guy, is here, scientist guy too. And we're going to continue talking about what's going on over at Baylor. We're going to talk to Jessica, find out what's going on around Waco. And guess what's coming up?
What's that? Oh, it's the
Zactoid.
Zactoid, yeah.
We'll do the Zactoid. Commercial break time. And then, of course, coming up at 9 o'clock, the one and only Tommy Moore is going to be here to play music. So stick around as we're live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years, $3. 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
It is Wednesday. It's Hump Day. We're live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. It is time for the Zactoid.
Ooh.
Chris, on Wednesdays we do the Zactoid, and this is a factoid that old phrases that we may use today. How did we get those old phrases? And we've had some really interesting ones on the guys over at my office at Waco Realtors. They loved the one that we told a few weeks ago about there was a theater in England. Most, all stuff comes from England. And during these plays in the old days, this guy invented the box, something to make the sound of thunder. And it was so amazing, sound like thunder. Well, a competing theater across town in London found how he did it and copied it. Thus, we get the saying, "Stealing your thunder," comes from that. So, I already told you that one. Don't act like it's new.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh, you
I may
weren't
not
here
have-
then.
yeah.
That must have been one of the weeks she decided to take off. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was when I was on vacation. Not really.
Okay, today's Zactoid goes over to England again, goes back in the old days, I think in the 1800s probably. Criminals that were headed to the gallows at a particular prison, they would be of course, by horse-drawn wagons, and it was customary that the police, the guards, would allow that prisoner who was going to die, as we say today, a last meal. You're getting your last supper, your last meal when you're going to. Well, they would stop at the local pub on the way to the gallows and allow him to have another pint.
Okay. One last one.
Thus the saying.
Last call.
Last for the road, one for the road.
Okay.
That's where that came from. I'm having one for the road. So the guy's gonna go die. That's awfully sad.
Yeah.
Very somber.
Yes, very somber, very somber. And there we go. That's our Zactoid today. One for the road. You have you've probably received quite a few accolades and trophies and all kinds of stuff for research and what. But the biggest honor, Chris, is this morning you will tell a bad joke of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding.
So that's coming up. Don't get in a hurry.
So here's the challenge, though.
I'm ready.
Yes, what's the challenge?
Do you know your own, or do you have to pick from the list?
Yeah,
I can do my own.
You can do
certainly
your own.
do your own.
Well, if I've got a minute, let me think.
Okay,
There you
think
go.
about that, because, if I could request either a scientist joke or a poop joke. Here we are, Green Valley Raceway. Anyway, so you think about that, work on that. We'll do that coming up. I want to talk to you about Alan Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, located on Highway 6, right off of Highway 84, right here in Waco, where they've got the big spring sales event going on right now. Whether it's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, they've got it all going on. Great opportunities to get cash back, rebates, Great deal on financing. If you don't like 72 months, you can go 84 months and lower your payments at Allen Samuels. Come by, let's be friends. They've been saying that for years. It's AllenSamuelsDCJ.com. Guess who's going to be on the show tomorrow?
Ted Teague.
Ted Teague, the president, general manager of Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat.
And did you
will be
know
here.
he's
What?
walking across Waco like Alan Samuels to
That's
get here?
exactly right. Carrying on the tradition of Allen. Always thought it was funny back when Allen did that. If one time he would start on that side of the Brazos River and just walk down into the water and keep coming, then he comes out the other side. I just thought that'd be fun.
Classic.
Did he ever trip? That's
I don't know if he did.
that would be a little comedic
would be.
outtake.
Okay, right now we're going to go over to Jessica and find out what's going on around Waco. Brought to you by Stroud Security.
Well, this afternoon at 5:30 at the Baylor Club will be the Young Professionals Mixer.
Ooh.
Now, none of us qualify for it because you have to be 21 to 35.
Just missed it.
It is trivia night at Hemingway's Watering Hole. All our neighbors at Burleson Quad. No clue what that is. Here's probably a big one, a little controversial, but we'll go ahead and say it.
All right.
Turning Point USA will be at Waco Hall at 6:30 this evening. Music bingo at Brotherwell Brewing. Waco Movie Club, Schindler's List, and discussion moderated by Brad Livingston at the Performing Arts Community Center. Ooh, that's a
I'll tell
mouthful.
you this: if you've never seen Schindler's List, that is a must for
It's
everybody.
mind-blowing. Yeah,
Do we know who Brad Livingston is?
No idea.
I didn't know if he was a surviving, like a
might be.
descendant survivor.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly.
Beer for Brains trivia at the Dancing Bear Pub. So
Beer
beer
for
for
Brains.
brains.
Back to the Bears.
There
They're
you go.
dancing now. They're drinking beer and
So I would say probably the biggest one in Waco tonight is going to be the Turning Point event.
okay.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be big.
I saw something in the news, and I don't know if you've seen this or not. Something about Baylor. Now, I don't want to stir anything up. I heard this on the internet, and you know it's got to be true. Baylor is doing some kind of a LBGTQ event, and Baptist convention or whatever is gonna part ways with Baylor.
I heard this.
Have you heard that
so
at all,
student leaders
Chris?
at Baylor University are hosting an LGBTQ affirming event titled All Our Neighbors on Wednesday, April 22nd. So that's today too, at
Oh, that
5
is today.
p.m. at the Cashin Academic Center.
So that's a big hoopty-doopy thing
So it's
going on.
the opposite of Turning Point,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
A couple other things
You
going
know,
on.
we probably need Willie to come in.
Yeah.
Just
Just
to
settle it all
icing
out.
on the cake. Yeah.
Smoke it all out.
We're going to the Willie Nelson event at the stadium. Coming up this Saturday, I'll be there in Gatesville. It's going to be the Square Relief Benefit. You know, they had the terrible fire in downtown Gatesville. Over 12, maybe 15 different bands, different genres of music will be there. 10 in the morning till 10 at night. They're on the square in Gatesville. That's this Saturday. So come see me and see all the other people. It's brought to you by Mission Gatesville, the City of Gatesville, and Channel 10. May 7th, 8th, and 9th, the Riesel Fair, big event coming up. And then I got one more that I want you to mark down on your calendar. I go to Brown Cafe quite a bit over in Woodway. Love it over there. Started by my friend who passed away, Danny Brown. And speaking of that, he was the original general manager of On the Border.
No kidding.
Danny Brown. Anyway, he started Brown Family Cafe, and I still go there. But they're doing something special. Dine to Donate. Coming up May 4th at the Brown House Cafe. It's going to be a fun time. 3 to close. They're going to give a big portion of all their proceeds to charity. So
Awesome.
Big event coming up. All that brought to you by Stroud Security. Let's recap. What do you say? Let's recap. Tell us about Baylor, about the research department, and what are some of the things in the future maybe that's going to happen?
Yeah. So right now what we're looking towards is lab automation and AI research. So
I was going to ask you about that. Your opinion. That's big in the news, all this AI stuff.
It is, yeah. I think AI can be great if it helps us do things. The idea
Positive
of having a learning model teach people something, give feedback on settings to adjust for an instrumentation that's really complex. Taking over jobs, that doesn't help anybody, right? But there's ways that can work synergistically with us, and we're looking into that type of stuff.
So you guys do a lot of AI research?
We don't now. We've just put in a couple of grants to get some of that going for lab automation specifically. Right. And so working on workflows for samples to be analyzed, basically.
Got it. And also, I'm going to throw this at you. If you are a young person getting out of high school and you're a pretty smart kid and you're thinking college, Baylor, why would you suggest Baylor University?
Wow. I mean, I know Baylor on the professional side. It's probably the same on the college side. For me, it's the mission that they have is tied into what so many people identify with as their purpose in life, right? Trying to make the world a better place, doing that under understanding of our God and how he wants us to be guided. And so I think that being part of the professional environment and the educational environment, it makes it a really cool place. I mean, science and ethics is a huge thing, but how cool is it to have it under Christian stewardship, right?
Sure.
And so good stuff.
Is there a website or something for your department or how you can learn more about what's going on with research?
Yeah, our department actually just moved from the College of Arts and Sciences to the Vice Provost of Research Office, so we're still housed under baylor.edu/BSB, I think.
Okay.
So, but yeah, and so we've got there all of the core facilities that we support, and but really the Baylor/research has all the cool research stuff that's going on, different funding opportunities that people have been awarded, and what is important there in the research.
Probably the most important question: how's the football team going to do this year?
They're going to get better and better every single game. Knocking out of the park.
There you go. All right, let's go with the bad joke of the day. What have you decided?
All right. Why can you never trust an atom?
Why?
Because they're always making everything up.
Oh,
there you go.
A scientist joke. Chris Becker from Baylor University. Thank you, buddy, for coming in. I appreciate
Glad
you
to be
so
here.
much. Great joke, too. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play news and weather from our friends over at KWTX News Channel 10, and then we'll come back with live music. Tommy Moore here at the Backyard.
Today's news and weather is brought to you by the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. The Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill features a full restaurant and bar, a huge outdoor concert stage, a giant outdoor TV screen, fire pits, a roof deck, washer pits, cornhole pits, inside and outside seating, and much more. Located at 511 8th Street, Waco, Texas, 76706. Check out upcoming shows at backyardwaco.com.
From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez. If you're near Baylor University today, don't be surprised to see increased security and an influx of people. 2 student-run events are happening on campus. Turning Point USA will make a stop here as part of its This Is the Turning Point tour. It continues following the death of founder Charlie Kirk back in September of last year. Now, border czar Tom Homan and Benny Johnson, as well as Attorney General Ken Paxton, a Baylor graduate, will speak. Across campus, a coalition of student groups will host the All Our Neighbors event. It's focused on interfaith dialogue. And 5 family pets are dead and 2 people displaced after a house fire in Hewitt yesterday morning. Firefighters were called just before 9 to Macklemore Circle, where they found heavy smoke and flames coming from the back of a home. Thankfully, no one was inside. However, 5 pets died in the heavy smoke. The house has major fire and smoke damage. Investigators say the fire was accidental. From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez.
Yesterday, a little bit of a soggy day of weather across central Texas, but hey, some good news. We have a little bit more rain in the forecast, not a ton of it. A mostly dry and a mostly quiet day of weather is ahead for you. Now, there will be a little bit of some mist and drizzle hanging around this morning, and at any point during the day today, there is the possibility for a passing shower or two. Best shower chances near about 30% will be near and especially east of the I-35 corridor. Mostly cloudy to overcast skies today will cap our high temperatures just a little bit below 80 degrees. We'll see a little bit more sunshine tomorrow with highs in the lower to mid 80s. From KWTX, I'm First Alert meteorologist Sean Bellafieri.
It's Wednesday, hump day. Going to be a nice day today. And big thanks to Chris for coming in. Chris Becker from Baylor University Research Department over there. Always good to have somebody from Baylor come on and talk to us. All right, this is the fun part of the morning. This is our musical hour. And here at the backyard, we're live right now on the stage. Tommy Moore. Hello, Tommy.
How's it going, Zach?
It's going great, buddy. Good to have you on. And I need to know all about you. Tell me where you're from. Where are you from originally? How you end up in Waco?
Well, I'm from a small town right between Waco and Temple. And I don't want to go naming names because one of the songs that I'm about to sing I wrote about that specific town.
Really? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Graduated 2007 and went straight into MCC for music performance.
One of the greatest there is MCC.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot. Was determined to make it as a musician, and that's how I became an electrician. That's
great.
It's a hard world out there, but it's still
yeah, that's right. Well, you got to know something about electricity when you plug in that electric guitar. Mm-hmm. Hello.
That's true.
So where do you live now?
I live in Hewitt. Yes, sir. Just about a couple miles south of Waco. And
yeah. Now, do you work for yourself or for another company?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I own Instinct Electric, and we do residential through industrial on the electrical trade portion of it. And
What's the number one problem you get a call for in residential?
Oh man,
plug doesn't work anymore, or?
Yeah, I guess the number one is probably every time they go to turn their light on, the toilet flushes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them, mostly GFCIs, and poking that little button on there to reset.
Yeah.
None of us.
I tell you what happened to me recently. We have 2 guest bedrooms. Mm-hmm. And ceiling fans, and one bedroom, when they built the house, they wired it so one switches the fan and one switches the light.
Okay.
The other bedroom, they didn't. One switch, and then you control what you want by the little remote control. Mm-hmm. Okay? Well, other day I can't get it to the light to come on. The fan's going. I get the remote, giving it this. I know it's working. It's lighting up when I push the button. I go in. Andrea goes in the other room. Somehow the remotes had got swapped and pushes it, and it goes right.
Yeah.
I'm standing like an idiot going, Anyway, well, it's good to have you on. I appreciate you coming on. I need to know a little bit about your music, about who do you like to listen to? What do you like to listen to?
That's a good question. I like Notorious B.I.G. That's a good one. Traditionally, I was I started off. I guess my roots were riding to school and catching your radio shows in the morning, and
well, thank you.
Whatever songs were accompanying them. I mean, it started gradually going downhill from the 90s into the 2000s with the progression of country music, and
yeah,
part of me just refused to let that good old sound go. So I've been stuck in that window ever since. I mean, I like blues and I like rock and roll and all that good stuff, but if I were to relate it to any artist, good question. I don't know. I really just play whatever the hell I like.
Yeah.
If I like the sound of it, it comes across.
Yeah. And I agree with you. We talk about it quite a bit on the show about, I think, a real lover of music, whether you're an artist or just an average guy like me that listens, you have to be open and listen to all genres of music. There's some of them you might not like as much as the other, but
Right.
I love that. All right, let's stop chit-chatting. Let's jump into a song. What are you going to do first?
Well, the first one I'm going to do is one I wrote since I didn't quite declare where I was from. This song is called Texas Winter. Hope you like it. So tear down all of the buildings I've known since I was a kid. I ain't got many good memories of them anyhow. I don't know if I ever did. Just spending my last few dollars. Boy, I've been shooting pool at Reds. And that table is almost as warped as the city council who run the show around there. Ain't many folks around there up and sober half the time since they opened up that liquor store a couple years ago right across the county line. And police sleeping on the freeway. Got your children getting high. And I grab a bottle just to help me keep myself warm on these Texas winter nights. Complaining if I can't find no sleep at night. Mostly everyone I know just constantly bitch and moan if their lives ain't going right. It feels like it's been 10 years, maybe more, since me and my dad said bye. Carry on just knowing that he sees the same old stars as me in these Texas winter skies. Well, one day I almost up and made my getaway when my daddy sold the land, handed my fair share to the woman that I loved, that I don't never understand. Now I wind up face down in this tiny black hole town, time and time again, waking up without a plan to help me make it through these old Texas winter winds.
Good job.
Thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
When did you write that?
I wrote it about 10 years ago, but the 35 development project just had everything going down. I mean, the one gas station we had in the town it was like the first thing they took out, and I don't think it's there yet. Fun stuff, though.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Well, tell me more about your music. We talked about who some of the people you like.
Yes,
Do you play much around the area? Are you open to doing that more?
I am open to it more. I have some guys. We've played around for a little while. I've subbed out my playing as a lead performer or a utility musician for other acts, but I have a little group called the Damn Moore Boys and Company.
Yeah.
And we haven't played much here lately. It's just a lot of things going on in life with kiddos and families growing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's all the things I didn't account for when I told myself I was going to be a musician.
Oh Lord. Well, let's jump into another song. Let's keep that music going.
All right. How about are you familiar with Blaze Foley?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites. I was thinking of it throughout Texas Winter. I think that's the one it would probably most closely relative to. Do one called Clay Pigeons. I'm going down to the Greyhound station, gonna get a ticket to ride. I'm gonna find that lady with 2 or 3 kids and sit down by her side. I ride till the sun comes up and down around about 2 or 3 times, smoking cigarettes in the last seat. I try to hide my sorrow from the people I meet to get along with it all. Go down where people say y'all. I'll sing a song with a friend. I change the shape that I'm in. Getting back in the game, I'll start playing again. I'm tired of running around looking for answers to questions that I already know. I could build me a castle of memories just to have somewhere to go. And count the day and the night that it takes to get back in the saddle again. I feed the pigeons some clay. I turn the night into day. I start talking again when I know what to say. This is typically where I play my kazoo solo. I'd like to stay, but I might have to go to start over again. Might go back down to Texas. I might go to somewhere that I've never been. I get up in the morning and go out at night, and I won't have to go home. Get used to being alone. I change the words of this song. I start singing again. I'm going down to the Greyhound station. I'm gonna get a ticket to ride. I'll find a big fat lady with 2 or 3 kids and sit down by her side. Ride till the sun comes up and down around about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat. I try to hide my sorrow from the people and me to get along with it all. Go down where people say y'all. Feed the pigeons some clay and turn the night into day. I start talking again when I know what to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, this is the time we like to talk about what happened on this date in country music history. I got a couple of things you'll remember. 1977, Glenn Campbell was on the top of the charts. He had the #1 song on the country charts with Southern Nights. Southern Nights, la la da 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 da. 1977, Glenn Campbell. 1998, the 33rd Academy of Country Music Awards was held in L.A. Garth Brooks was named the Entertainer of the Year. And guess who won New Male Vocalist that year? 1998. Kenny Chesney. He was the up-and-coming super stud in 1998. Let's jump ahead now to 2007. Winona Judd and Emmylou Harris were inducted into the Music City Walk of Fame. 2016, George Strait began his Las Vegas residency at the T-Mobile Arena. Casey Musgraves was opening, by the way. And finally, 2021, one of the icons of country, Delbert McClinton, announced his retirement. And that's what happened on this date in country music history. Do you remember any of those?
Well, I certainly remember the ones that were like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It seems like Kenny Chesney was around way earlier than 98.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like
you know, I've found this about music awards show. They'll take somebody and say new music artist that's been around a few years, and you're going, wait, that doesn't make sense. You know, or they'll say, let's vote. Here's a good one. For years and years and years, musical groups, they would include the Statler Brothers. Well, the Statler Brothers hadn't had a song in, you know what I mean, on the charts, but they always kind of like Brooks and Dunn.
Yep.
Well, I love Brooks and Dunn. Don't get me wrong. I love the Statler Brothers. But anyway, sometimes it's crazy. All right, let's get back to another song. What are you going to do this time, Tommy?
Well, you know, I'm glad you asked. I hadn't thought about it just yet. I'm going to do another one I wrote. I'll tell you what.
I love original music. That's the heart of our show.
Well, I appreciate that. I've got plenty of them. I might have to book another show to come back and finish some of them.
I love that. Book 2, we'll call it.
This is a song I wrote called Stubborn and Fair.
There's a song that's been buried down deep inside of me, waiting for someone to hear. I don't know if it's loneliness I sometimes feel. It could be the weed or the beer. And X marks the spot to a treasure somewhere, for maps that the other folks have. One that I got here, it's so withered with tears, I don't even know where I'm at. And I take my chance if I get one, and I call my boss an asshole. You know he can be one. And between black and white, the grays hide. Wrong or right, you can find me there. Smack dab between stubborn and fair. Keep hearing up north how them folks lost their minds. I sure hope they figure it out. I'll be the first one to tell you right now, it ain't that much different down south. Oh, give me a shovel and I'll pave the way straight to the tavern downtown, Backyard Waco. A state that's this big, you know, a boy could get lost. I sure hope I figure it out. And I'll hold my hand if it's a hard one, and I'd call a cab if I need one, 'cause I'm too drunk to drive. And between black and white and police lights, wrong or right, oh, you found me there. I was cuffed up between stubborn and fair.
Need that kazoo again.
And I'll take my shot if I see one, and I'd set my hook if I feel one. Nibble my line, I'm gonna get him this time. And I root for the Cowboys in the fall time. I call my dad and he'll say, son, just give it your all and you'll be just fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
I appreciate that. I do.
All right, Kevin, you know, I tell you this all the time, that I can think or say something and then it comes about later on. We talked about Foster Pavilion, basketball, how, you know.
Right.
It was announced this morning that Waco Brewery is opening Waco Brew and Restaurant in the parking garage at Foster Pavilion.
Oh, wow.
Be a new brew pub with a restaurant opening over at Foster.
In the parking lot.
In the
or
parking,
garage.
I guess I would say probably the bottom area. There's got to be some, maybe a retail space or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Is going to be opening in the near future.
Interesting.
So there you go. How does that happen? I think of something, then something comes.
Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back, get more music from Tommy, and we're going to also do birthdays. So stick around as we're live on a Wednesday at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill.
The reason that their service is outstanding because the people they have working, you know, behind the desk and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years, $3, 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
We're back live at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Tommy Moore from Hewitt is here playing some great music. But before we go any further, we got to do some birthdays here. Tommy, when is your birthday?
The day after tomorrow.
Really?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Good deal. Well, we're going to kick it off with celebrities that were born on today's date. Some of them are no longer with us, but we like to mention them. 1904, J. Robert Oppenheimer, scientist. That works out. We had a scientist on today. That's what a couple of years ago, the movie Oppenheimer came out. 1904. 1936, we mentioned he had the #1 song in 1977. Well, today is Glenn Campbell's birthday. 1936, Glenn Campbell was born. 1937, Jack Nicholson, Academy Award-winning actor. 1950, Peter Frampton. Oh, my gosh. Rock star. Peter Frampton. 1966, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, actor, known for his role on The Walking Dead. 1972, Willie Robertson, the CEO of Duck Commander, Duck Dynasty, was born. 1986, Marshawn Lynch, legendary NFL running back, played for the Seahawks forever.
And had the Beast Quake run that caused an earthquake in Seattle against the Saints.
1986, Amber Heard, actress, was in Aquaman. She was in Pineapple Express, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, let's go with some local birthdays. Besides close to Tommy's birthday. We're going to go with Karen Baylau. Karen, happy birthday to you. Kristen Miller is celebrating a birthday. Lauren Page. Craig Cherry, happy birthday. Trey Harrison. Brant Embry. Wade White. Dalton Turner. Christine Chrissy, happy birthday. Daryl Hill. Judith Say. Janet Lawrence having a birthday. Happy birthday to you. Grace Dickerson, happy birthday. My buddy Weston Knutson. Weston having a birthday today. We celebrated, I want to say probably, oh my gosh, I can't even remember. It's been so long. Several years ago, Wes's birthday.
Yeah.
His brother, Wade, who's one of the general managers at George's number 1, took him on one of our Scottsdale golfing trips. And I think we got him to have a few cocktails for his birthday. He's young, though, you know. But anyway, happy birthday. Have a great day. Make it a special day. All right, let's get back to music here at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. Tommy Moore. What are you going to do for us this time, Tommy?
Let's see, I've got I'm torn. There's one I really want to do. I wish I wrote it, but I didn't. I'm torn between that one or another original. I think I'm going to give you an original, and then I'll save that one for later.
Okay, let's do that.
This song is called Maybe Not Tonight.
Well, you can hear me coming from a mile away. I got the radio up today, and I can't see a lick for the sun in my face, and there's still a chance of rain. Well, the can's bouncing around in the back of the bed. I got last night in my head, and it never fails. I make her mad as hell. And I remember what she said. Most folks say you better stay away because, well, I hear that boy's bad news. On and on, they're singing that same old song about me, like I haven't heard the tune. Something's going on with that boy and his head is wrong. There's a cold rock bottom for every rolling stone. I spend my days, I try to prove them wrong, and I only prove them right. Oh, maybe so, but maybe not tonight. Well, the old shade tree was a place to be. Friday night, the boys and me, we're behind an 8-ball betting drinks till I'm too damn drunk for free. Well, I grab my key and I'm ready to leave. A Lone Star shuffled to the door. There's a pretty girl at the bar winking at me. Boys, we gotta stay for more. Barflies say that goddamn Moore boy got away. Big time caper late last night. Hometown girls, really, I know better than to get caught with the likes of boys so sly. Something's going on with that band and them rowdy songs. Guitar player's too damn drunk, and the drummer's surely stoned. Practice hard so we don't play 'em wrong, and we never play 'em right. Oh, maybe so, but maybe not tonight. Something's going on with that boy and his head is wrong. There's a cold rock bottom for every rolling stone. Spend my days I tried to prove them wrong, and I only proved them right. Oh, maybe so, but maybe not tonight.
Maybe so, but maybe not tonight.
Maybe not. Like
All right, let's talk about our buddies over at Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and of Temple, by the way. They've got an offer going on right now. Of course, you get free consultation to come out and look, see what kind of window treatments you need. But right now, we have a special going on. I want you to call over and talk to Kayla at 844-7939, 844-7939. And you call up, set up an appointment, and when you purchase from Bumblebee Blinds, they're going to take 30% off. I like things like that where you get 30. You know, anybody can do 5% or 10%, but 30%, that's a pretty good chunk right there. So give them a call. Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple. Check them out. We'll take a very short, you want to do a little commercial break, or we're going to go straight in?
Let's go.
We're going to go straight into sports. Let's do it. Cam Stewart standing by, actually sitting by in Boston. What's up, Cam?
Oh, no volume. Oh, no.
Hello, Cam.
Well, wait.
No volume.
Wait.
We have your picture.
How about right here?
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go.
Now we got it.
Yeah,
What's
mostly,
up, my
mostly,
friend?
mostly. I was just gonna say mostly always sitting.
Yeah.
Anytime
Yeah,
I can
most of the
sit.
Last night, big night. I know you were all excited, right?
Yeah.
What was the outcome?
I'm gonna look at the positives. All right. Look at the positives. Bruins won. Big game on the road. Even the series.
Yeah.
Celtics
What's
lost.
the other one?
That's it.
Celtics lost.
Hey, but a Baylor guy was good on the other side of
Yeah.
the Celtics.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's great for me. Yeah.
Used to
BJ
be, now it
Edgecombe. BJ Edgecombe lit up the Celtics last night for the second time this season, now doing it in the playoff game. So that's great. I still feel good about the Celtics in this series. So it's not that big a deal, but their government mandated Game 2 home loss.
Oh, my gosh. So the Bruins, big win, kind of like the Stars the other night, make it even up. That's nice. When's the next game for them?
That's going to be Thursday night, tomorrow night, during the draft.
On the road again?
Back home. Now we come back to Boston.
Good deal. Where do they, what's the name of their arena there in Boston?
That would be the TD Guard. Their old one was the old Boston Guard.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Garden.
Yeah. Garden.
Garden.
Yeah. Garden.
Of course.
I love it. What else is going on in sports? What are you talking about today on the Pete Sousa Show?
Well, we're doing some more draft stuff on the show today. We will talk some NBA playoffs. The Celtics were kind of shocked at home, but so were the Spurs. So kind of some weird game twos over the last couple of days. Might be good for the league. And we will be doing some NFL draft prep again. We're taking a specific Cowboys angle today. Todd Archer, the ESPN Dallas reporter, covering the Cowboys on the beat, inside out. We're going to talk about if they're going to trade up to get into the top 10 tomorrow night.
You know, I cannot believe that I have not brought this up, and that is, you know, they shopped him around, but nobody wanted to pay that kind of money. So the Cowboys and Aubrey came to an agreement and signed a deal, but I never got to see for how many years. Do you know?
I'll have to double check. I think it was 4.
4 years.
4 year, what, 28?
28, yep.
That's a good deal. That's good for the Cowboys. That's good for him. Is he not now the highest paid kicker?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta be. And I think that's what we were saying, right? Like he was wanting 10, and I think we had all agreed, like not 10, but he probably should be the highest paid kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it happens. I think it's 7.
It sure does. All right, man. Good to see you. And any big plans for tonight on a Wednesday?
No, man. I could. This is, I know, right up your alley. I know this is where you would be if you were here. Right down the street from me. We're going to have the number 1 and number 2 Division 3 men's lacrosse teams facing off.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Might see some of that, but probably not. Odin and Tufts, baby.
Yeah.
I like that.
Man, if hockey and soccer had a baby and with a little bit of football, it's lacrosse. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, man. Have a great day. We'll see you on Thursday, Throwback Thursday. We're going to throw a throwback sports trivia question at you tomorrow. It's going to be a good one, too.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm going to study.
All right. See you tomorrow. Cam
Right,
Stewart
see you.
with the Pete Sousa Show live from Boston. Are you a sports fan, Tommy?
I am.
Who do you follow?
Oh, unfortunately, the Cowboys. It hurts. It hurts. It was kind of indoctrinated into my DNA. My dad was such a huge Cowboys fan, and you want to root for the same team your dad's going
Sure.
for.
You don't want to go against Dad.
Well, I mean, I went through my rebel phase, and halfway through, I was like, you know what? Piss on this. Why am I rooting for the team just because you like him?
Yeah.
I'm going to root for the Saints. Oh, that was even worse. Like, you got any room for another Cowboys fan back over there? I went to the wrong side.
You showed up one day with a Cowboy shirt on, and he goes, he's back.
Pretty much.
I love it. All right, we're going to come back, get some more music from Tommy Moore here at the Backyard. Commercial break time. Back after this.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
All right, we're at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill talking about CTWP. David Willie, whether you're looking for a copier, whether a desk, countertop one, or the big Mama Jama, the MFP they call it, but they've got it all. You want to lease, you want to buy service, whatever it is, reach out to David Willie. Postage machines, shredders, 7 locations around the state of Texas. Your copier store, the company of all. He's the best. Whether it's in Corsicana, home office here in Waco, Temple, San Angelo, San Antonio, goes on and on and on. Check them out online, ctwp.com. ctwp.com. Kyocera, Brother, Xerox, Lessmark, Konica, Minolta, it goes on and on. David Willie, CTWP. Tommy Moore is here to play some music, so let's play some music.
Alrighty. This is a tune I wrote. It's called Weekend. It's a little bit of a slower one, but if you stay awake with me, I'll make it up to you on the next one, I promise.
You know I seen this day as it's coming from a mile away, and I don't ever let down my guard. And it's true what you say, that I'm in a rush to procrastinate, and I don't ever get too far. And it's another weekend, hell, I might go off of the deep end. I might finally get some rest. 'Cause this old damn nightmare ain't been nothing but a fight where I can't even use my fist. And what's the point that I miss? Well, I don't know what I've been told. They say the sun came out, but it still feels cold. I assume I'll lay in bed. And don't get me wrong, 'cause I've seen the nights where it's my body against a cold frostbite. fire, water, and cigarettes. And it's another weekend. Hell, I might go off of the deep end, and I might finally get some rest. 'Cause this old damn nightmare ain't been nothing but a fight where I can't even use my fist. There must be something I missed. Well, I've never been one to chase my dreams. Hell, they do just fine chasing after me. And I can't hardly catch my breath. And I would testify to this mess if I could just identify where the problem lies. I guess it's somewhere in my head. And it's another weekend. Hell, I might go off of the deep end, and I might finally get some rest. 'Cause this old damn nightmare makes it hard to see the light where I can't know where to begin. Yes, it's doing me in.
Thank you. Nice. Tommy Moore. We've got a friend of ours, John Elliott, real name John Fisher, retired from radio, worked with him so many years. Super nice guy. And over the years of being in the radio business, he raised a lot of money for charities. He helped others. Well, it's time to help John. John is in need of a kidney. He's not doing very well. He needs your help. And as it says on your screen, give the gift of life. Become a living donor and help John Elliott, John Fisher out. All you got to do is scan that QR code that's on your screen right now, and that'll hook you up, and you could be the one. Everybody's got, what, at least 6 kidneys, is it?
It's 2, but
maybe
yeah.
2. I don't know. Somebody asked me, said, well, Zach, why don't you? And I said, I don't know if anybody wants my kidneys.
Yeah, same boat.
Yeah. 70-year-old guy, radio disc jockey for years, that's a type 2 diabetic. I don't think you want mine. Yeah. But anyway, help John out. Scan the code there. My buddy, give the gift of life with your kidney. Talk about our buddies at Universal Windows. They were here yesterday on the show. Thanks to Clayton for coming by. But John Searles is the guy. Call John for free consultation at 944-3503. That's 944-3503. John's going to talk to you about the different styles of windows, the different brands, windows, doors, siding. And by the way, they got a brand new showroom, brand new location over there in Woodway, just off Woodway Drive. Check them out online, universalwindowscentraltexas.com. universalwindowscentraltexas.com. Doors, windows, and siding, Universal Windows Direct. Big thanks this morning. Chris Becker from Baylor came by. Hey, he's smart. Mm-hmm. He's one of them there scientists, I'm shocked he didn't have his pocket protector and, pencils.
Right.
Do they still carry those?
No.
I guess not. And I guess they don't carry the little calculators anymore.
Nope.
It's all up here.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the show, the man, the myth, the legend, Ted Teague, President, General Manager over at Allen Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, been a sponsor of my radio show forever and now sponsoring the YouTube TV show forever. They got some great deals going on. We're going to talk car business tomorrow with Ted Teague as he stops by. And also musician Jessie Blake is going to be here. I don't think heard Jessie, so excited to get him on. Just like I was excited to get Tommy on this morning. Tommy, great job, buddy.
I sure appreciate it.
Do you have anything you're going to be playing at, or you want to talk about or push?
I haven't really booked too many of them. I've had throughout the other side of the work, the electrical side. I have a bunch of finals and stuff that I'm trying to close up on now.
Right.
But once I get those done, I like to do a lot of charity, so I plan on putting an event together for the Family Abuse Center.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll basically it's just a fundraiser for them. There's a lot of people in that facility that could really use the help, and it's always a good feeling to help them out too. So I provide the music with the band, the barbecue with my barbecue LLC, and then any funding that it needs from the electric.
Well, once you get it together, let me know. We'll talk about it.
I sure will.
And promote it for you. Thank you so much for coming on, buddy.
Hey,
Great job. Great job.
No problem. I sure appreciate it.
You're a heck of a songwriter. Good job, man. All right, let's close it out with one more song.
Okay. I'm going to close it out with one I wrote by Bobby Bear. I'm telling you, I wish I wrote this song.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites to play, and it's just always been a good time. So
true legend, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, the biggest and baddest of all the voodoo queens that ever lived was a lady named Marie Laveau down in Louisiana. Got a whole bunch of magic spells, potions, curses, a lot of spooky business going on there. Down in Louisiana, where the black trees grow, live a voodoo lady named Marie Laveau. Got the black cat tooth and a mojo bone. Any old man wouldn't leave her alone. Well, she go,
oh, I didn't think that part through. Usually my band does that yelling part. Man, I really should have thought about that before I got halfway through with it. Here goes nothing.
Woo! Another man done gone. But she live in a swamp in a hollow log. Got the one-eyed snake and a three-legged dog. Got a red bony body with the stringy hair. If she ever seen y'all mess around there, she go, wee! Another man done gone. Yeah, but then one night when the swamp was black, into the woods come old handsome Jack. Got you no good fella like you all know, and he was looking around for Marie Laveau. He said, Marie Laveau, you lovely witch, give a little charm that'll make me rich. Yeah, and give me $1 million, I'll tell you what I do. This very night I'm gonna marry you, and he'll be another man done gone. Well, Marie done some magic song, shook a little sand, made $1 million, and she put it in his hand. Then she wiggled and she giggled and she said, hey, hey, oh, I'm getting ready for my wedding day. But oh, handsome Jack said goodbye, Marie. 'Cause you too damn ugly for a rich man like me. Well, Marie started moving, her fangs started mashing, her body started trembling, and her eyes started flashing. She go, hey, another man done gone. And if you ever getting down where the black trees grow and meet a voodoo lady named Marie Laveau, if she ever asks you to make her your wife, big son, you better stick with her for the rest of your life, or you'll be another man done gone.